What's up, everybody? I hope everyone's having a great day, and thank you for tuning into a new episode of the Sports Raid. Before we get started, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about one of our sponsors, BLK Water. BLK Water is a fulvic mineral water with a great amount of electrolytes, antioxidants, a high pH plus level, and is all natural. It comes in amazing different flavors and has amazing health benefits. So if you want black water and amazing flavors, just go over to blkwater.com and use code BLKRAID for 20% off any purchase. Thank you guys and enjoy. Welcome, episode 17 of the Sports Raid. I am the host, Cole Thompson, as usual. Man, it's good to be home, back in my hometown. Got a lot of stuff we're cooking up, a lot. Eagles game Sunday. That video should be dropping sometime next week. We actually have a double episode. I'm going to be dropping right after I finish recording this, I'm going to be doing my college football picks on who I think will win those games for the bowl games. But I'm going to try to keep this one short and sweet since it is a double episode. Obviously, just remember, last chance to enter the giveaway for the BLK water. All right. We also got a testing video of all the different flavors coming out soon in the next few weeks. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. But let's get right into my NFL picks. As last night, the Chiefs took down the Chargers in overtime, 34-28.
Catch shy of Otis Taylor. Here is Kelsey. Still going. Kelsey, good night. Touchdown. Chiefs win it.
Honestly, I picked the Chiefs, so I wasn't shocked. But man, that was a great game. I didn't get to see all of it. I watched as much as I could on replay last night because I watched the new Spider-Man, which, by the way, that's a great movie. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's an awesome movie. You should really go watch it. But we have some Saturday football coming up, starting off with the Raiders and the Browns. I think the Browns, I really want to pick the Browns because I also want to see the Browns find a way into the postseason. But I know that the Browns aren't going to have not only Baker Mayfield, but Case Keenum, and they also have a few other guys missing, including, I think, Nick Chubb. It's just not practical to pick the Browns. I think the Browns still can win, but I have to be smart here. I have to use my head, and I have to roll with the Raiders. Next up, Patriots Colts. I feel like this is going to be a tough game for the Patriots. I want to take the Colts in my upset, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take the Patriots because I think the Patriots are a top 5 team in football, and it just doesn't feel right to pick the Colts for an upset this week. I don't have that 100% feeling, but I would keep an eye on the Colts in this one. I could definitely see the Colts finding a way to upset, but it's just not practical to pick it. Next up, Panthers at the Bills. Another one that's going to be insanely close. Insanely good game, I think. I think the Panthers are going to come out firing. They've been struggling the last few weeks, and I think Matt Rule knows his seat is it's pretty warm right now. So I think they play the Bills pretty tight. $8 to go. $8 a ticket. Nice. But I'm going to take the Bills to take down the Panthers. Next up, Cardinals, Lions. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Cardinals, not even close. Jets at the Dolphins. Another one that I think the Jets are going to play the Dolphins pretty tight. But I think Tua has found a groove and is showing that he can be a starting quarterback in the NFL. And I think he continues that this week. And the Dolphins, that would be 7 in a row. Give me the Fins. Or 6 in a row. No, 6 in a row. 6 in a row. 6 in a row. Next up, Cowboys at the Giants. Another one. I think this could be where the Giants show one of those flashes of, oh, we're a good football team. No, you're not. Cowboys are going to win. But once again, Giants are going to play them pretty tight. Washington at the Eagles. This is another one, man. I mean, I'm picking the Eagles, because, go Birds, and I'm going to be there. So it just would be hypocritical. But also, if it wasn't for all the injuries, I'd definitely be leaning towards Washington. But there is a lot of injuries. Especially for Washington. And they are pretty banged up with COVID as well. So I think they're missing too many guys, too many key pieces. Give me the Birds. Go Birds. I'll be there. Next up, Titans at the Steelers. This is where my upset of the week comes in. I am going to take the Tennessee Titans to take down the Pittsburgh Steelers. Or not the Tennessee Titans, the Pittsburgh Steelers to take down the Tennessee Titans. I think that game's going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty good game. But one of those things, man, I just got that feeling that the Titans, I just think this is one that they drop. I think the Steelers backs against the wall and they don't want to fold. So give me the Titans. Or the Steelers. I keep saying the Titans, but I meant the Steelers. Texans at the Jaguars. This is where, even though I don't even know if you would consider this an upset, but I guess this would be technically considered an upset. Give me the give me the Texans over the Jaguars. Listen, Jaguars just lost their head coach. Urban Meyer got fired, and rightfully so. Let's be honest, it was rightfully so. Listen, it's the Texans are gonna find a way to snag a win here. Give me the Texans. Next up, Bengals at Broncos. This one's pretty easy for me because the Broncos are on my no-fly list. I am not picking the Broncos ever again in my entire life. Not never again, but I'm not comfortable picking the Broncos. So give me the Texans. Or keep saying the Texans. Give me the Bengals. And also, I think the Bengals are going to be in the playoffs because I think the Ravens go on this utter spiral. Like, we'll get more into that. Next up, Falcons at 49ers. I'm going to take the 49ers because I think the 49ers are a playoff team. And I think the 49ers have a shot. No, I don't think they do it. I think the 49ers have an outside shot at jumping the Rams to grab that 5 seed. I think if a few things go their way, they definitely can. I think they actually will. No, I wouldn't say that they will, but they definitely can. They definitely have the ability to. At NFC West, I mean, I still think the Cardinals win the division. I still think the Rams are going to get the 5 seed. But, also, I've said it a lot this year. And actually, we're going to get into this Rams game. I actually have another big upset, and that's the Seahawks beating the Rams. I think the Seahawks are a sneaky team that if a few things go their way outside of them winning, they could find a way in the playoffs. Now, am I saying they will? No. But I'm saying don't count the Seahawks out. Don't count the Seahawks out. I think they will win enough to keep Coach Carroll's job. I think his job is going to stay intact. But, they have a pretty light schedule. And, yeah, I'm not counting them out quite yet. Give me the Seahawks over the Rams. Packers, Ravens. I'm taking the Packers. Just going to say that. I'm taking the Packers. All right. I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers, that I picked against you last week. No, not really. I'm actually not sorry, but still, I'm just going to act like I'm sorry. I'm sorry I picked against you last week. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, well. But I'm taking the Packers to win. Ravens, I'm scared about. I am scared the Ravens might miss the playoffs. This is their schedule. Packers, Bengals, Rams, Steelers. I don't know, man. 2 of those teams already beat you this year. They're scaring me. I'll say that. They scare me. They scare me that they're going to find a way to miss the playoffs. Same with the Bengals. The Bengals have a tough road too, but I'm still scared that they will find a way to miss the postseason. And I want to see the Ravens in there. I do. I genuinely want to see the Ravens in the postseason. But do I think they will? No. I can't say I think they will. Too many hoops for them to jump through. They're banged up with COVID, all this and that, injuries. Next up, Saints at the Bucs. Saints are going to get killed. They're going to get killed. Simple as that. I mean, I don't really know how else you want me to say it. They're going to get murdered. Vikings at the Bears. Monday Night Football. I'm going to take the Vikings because of all the COVID issues with the Bears. I want to take the Bears, but not practical. So I have an updated playoff picture here of what I think, how I think the season will go the rest of the way. It's pretty wild here. Wow. Well, let's get right into it. Starting off with the number 1 seed in the AFC, I will have finishing at 13-4, the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2 in the AFC, sitting at 12-5, the New England Patriots. Number 3 in the AFC, sitting at 11-6, the Tennessee Titans. Number 4 in the AFC, sitting at 9-8, shocking them all. And I did a bad thing. Shit. No. All right. The Cleveland Browns going 2-2 the rest of the season, but the Bengals will also go 2-2, and the Ravens are going to go 1-3. I think the Ravens' only win is going to be week 18 against the Steelers, and I could be wrong. But number 5 in the AFC at 11-6, the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 6 in the AFC sitting at 10-7, the Indianapolis Colts, and number 7 in the AFC sitting at 10-7, the Buffalo Bills. Number 1 in the NFC sitting at 14-3, the Green Bay Packers. Number 2 in the AFC sitting at 14-3, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 3 in the NFC sitting at 13-4, Arizona Cardinals. At 10-7, the 4 seed Dallas Cowboys. At 12-5, the 5 seed Los Angeles Rams. At 6, the 9-8 Washington football team. And 7, the 9-8 San Francisco 49ers. I know the Eagles aren't in it. It's sad. Let's talk about Urban Meyer a little before I get into my MVP rankings. And I wanted to go over a little bit of what's going on in the boxing world this weekend. Let's go over Urban Meyer a bit. What the hell, man? I mean, he's an idiot. Listen, Dan Orlovsky said it best. Bad person, and in the NFL, he's a bad coach. Simple as that. I mean, you're kicking your players. You're kicking your damn players, Urban. You know, everyone wanted him fired after he was consensually dancing with some college girl. She was of age. I mean, did it look good on him? No. Did I like it? No. Do I agree with it? No. But cheating, adultery, whatever, it's not illegal. It is not a fireable offense. It's like, so they couldn't fire him then. I mean, it's just the stuff he said about his coaches and stuff too. Like, come on, man. Like, you're one into one of the worst franchises in the NFL, a joke of a franchise, and you expect it to just turn around like that. Come on, Urban. I think his coaching career is done. I don't see how he gets another coaching job. But this or that, it's now time for the MVP rankings. Oh, baby. Sitting at number 5, Justin Herbert. Man's a baller. Man's a top 7 quarterback in the NFL. Man is an absolute baller, baby. Give me Herbert at number 5. At number 4, I have Jonathan Taylor. He's a beast. Over 1,600 all-purpose yards, 1,300 rushing yards. He's going to probably end up end up around 2,000. I'll say that. He might get 2,000. He might not. Depends. Probably not. At number 3, I have Kyler Murray. He had a tough game against the Rams. And number 2 is Aaron Rodgers. He had a very good game against the Bears. I really didn't think Kyler Murray was going to fall out of my top 2. I mean, the top 3, it's neck and neck between these 3. But as of heading into week 15 of the NFL season, Kyler Murray is your 3rd place for MVP. Do I think he can win it? Absolutely. Am I cheering for him? Absolutely. But I got to be realistic here. Number 2 is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is balling again. He's a bad man. Whoever gets him next year is going to be one lucky mother. My grandparents watch this. One lucky dude. One lucky team. And at number 1, Thomas Brady. The ageless wonder. Absolute beast. The Bucs are cooking. We're probably going to have a Bucs-Packers and NFC title game again. The Bucs are going to win the Super Bowl. I still think the Bucs are going to win the Super Bowl. I just do. I think the only team that can realistically stop them is the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me the Bucs, or give me Brady at number 1, my league leader for MVP. So, speaking of another ageless wonder, It's boxing weekend, baby. And it's the Jake Paul and now Tyron Woodley fight. Because Tommy Fury dropped out of the fight. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna, and there's an ageless wonder fighting, and that is Frank Gore. So I'm gonna predict the Jake Paul fight and the Frank Gore fight. Starting off with Frank Gore versus Darren Williams. I'm rolling with Frank Gore, and I'm rolling with Frank Gore with I think it's 8 rounds. Let's check how many rounds it is before I determine what round he knocks out Darren Williams. 4 rounds. I'll say 3rd round knockout. Jake Paul or Frank Gore does it. Frank Gore knocks him out. I don't really know much about the other fights, but I think Frank Gore, I think Frank Gore is just a more powerful fighter. And I think Darren Williams, I've watched some of the videos. He tends to leave himself a little exposed, a little bit too much exposed. I think Frank Gore is going to hit him with a power shot and knock him out. Next up, I really guess there's only 2 fights I'm talking about. The main event, Jake, the problem child, Paul versus Tyron Woodley. I am scared. I want Jake Paul to win, and I'm a little bit more scared than I would be if he was fighting Tommy Fury. I'm still going to pick Jake Paul to win. I think he's just a better fighter. I think he's in better shape, younger. I think everything's going in his favor. I'm more afraid, though, because I watched the interview with Tyron. He's not going with the same intensity as he usually does. In fighting, you cannot do that. You have to stay just as intense as usual, and he's not doing that. So I am scared. I'm nervous. But I think the problem child finds a way to pull it out and takes down Tyron Woodley. I don't think he knocks him out. I think we have another decision. I think it goes to Jake. Well, that ends it for this part of episode 17 of the Sports Raid. There's a 2-part. So next up, in the next part, you're going to have to click over. It's going to be a different episode. It's going to be all same platform, same everywhere. We will have the college football playoff picks. Thank you guys for watching this part. Go enjoy part 2.